Hello, welcome back to That Chick Angel TV. It's me, Angel, and we are doing another hashtag Ask Angel. I'm going to jump right into these questions because I have a lot and I've got a lot of answers. Okay, so my first question is from Hannah Rasmussen. Are you done having kids? I think so. We have 3, and that's a lot, especially living in Los Angeles, California. I will say that my pregnancy experience was completely different than what it was with little Marcus, and my pregnancy experience with little Marcus, mentally, I just did not have a great time. So that's what made me be adamant about not having any more kids, and then we did. I don't think we can afford to have any more kids, and my career really can't afford for me to have any more kids. So I want to say no. That's what I'm going to say. Unless God does something absolutely different, we're good with 3. My next question is from Urosa Hussein. Her question says, could you post your pregnancy family photo shoot photos? Also, could I talk about how I'm coping with raising twins and balancing them between my husband and little Marcus? My pregnancy photos are on my blog, which is www.thatchickangel.wordpress.com. So you can see the pictures there. As far as in balancing, it is difficult because, little Marcus still wants attention, daddy still wants attention, but they both know sometimes they have to wait. Sometimes it's a little bit harder for little Marcus to grasp because he wants my attention immediately, but he has his cousins here, he has friends that he can play with, and he has other things that can distract him until I can get to him. But for the most part, he's learning how to be patient. He really is. So it's really giving him a distraction. And then my husband, he knows what I'm going through. So he's very understanding and helpful. So it's not that bad. When you have team members in your family that are willing to understand that this is a huge family effort, balancing makes it a lot easier. My next question is from LMLTV. She says, would you do a series like Diary of a Working Actress on your channel? I don't know. Tell me what that would look like. If I did a series called Diary of a Working Actress, I want you all to tell me what you all would want that to look like. And if it's something that I think is feasible that I can do, of course I'll do it on my channel. Come on, guys. I love it. My next question is from Mother of Wyatt and Tessa. I would love to hear your thoughts on the McKinney Texas pool party. So for those of y'all who don't know, in McKinney, Texas, there was a, not gated community, but a community that had like a community pool that residents are only supposed to use. And there was a large handful of kids that were there that did not live in the neighborhood. Now, from what I heard, I do believe they were there for a birthday party. They might not have been there for the birthday party. They might just have been there at the pool. Anyways, the residents complained and they called the police. What ensued from there was a bunch of events, but one that seemed very just disturbing was an officer restraining a young black female. She looked to be like 14 years old. He slammed her head down to the ground and then held her there. He also pulled his gun and chased a couple of teenagers around the community. I feel as though police, and I'm not going to even put this on white or black police officers, a lot of times police officers misuse their power and they misuse their authority and they want people to fear them. So if they're not seeing that fear, there is a misuse of that force. I'm not saying that the police couldn't be called. I'm not saying that the police shouldn't have shown up, but I think there is a level, there's something missing with the necessary amount of force and the tactics that are used to keep an event from escalating and what the police are actually using in these events. It's like the crime or what's happening does not match what they're doing to rectify the situation. There needs to be better psych evaluations before allowing people to become police officers, because I don't know what happens, but I feel like it's when they have that badge and they have that taser and they have that gun, they just misuse, not all, but in these instances these men are misusing their authority to try to evoke fear in people. It's not cool. It's not right. So I feel sorry for the little girl, even if she wasn't supposed to be there. Yes, she should have gotten in trouble, but she shouldn't have had her head banged into the ground. If I can find a clip of the video footage of that, I'll post the link below, just in case you all don't know what I'm referring to. Okay, next question is from Tiffany Dillion. If someone is having trouble getting pregnant, would you recommend anything? I would recommend seeing doctors, like seeing people who deal with specialize in like herbs and stuff to help regulate your body. I am all about looking into nature to see how to get your body to do what it's supposed to do naturally. And if that doesn't work, then modern science is always a good way to go. But I feel like sometimes safer and less expensive way to help get your body to do what you want it to do when it comes to getting pregnant, which is something that the body is supposed to be able to do as a woman, is looking into a holistic doctor and seeing if they are able to help you. But you should also be trying to get healthy as possible before getting pregnant. That means physically, mentally, and emotionally. So those three things, if you can get those in line, hopefully that'll help. My next question is from Maggie Sean Williams. Are you strictly breastfeeding the twins, and for how long will you breastfeed them? Yes, I'm strictly breastfeeding them, and I am praying that I can make it to a year. The only thing that'll probably stop that, if that doesn't happen, is if I book a job and I don't have enough milk stored up for them to be able to feed throughout the day, because they take a lot of milk from me. I'm hoping to make it to a year. Fingers crossed. A Monkey for Artists asks, are you upset about not having a girl? Absolutely. I wanted a girl so bad. I've wanted a girl since I was a little girl, but that wasn't in the cards for me. So even though I'm upset about it, I'm not thinking about it. I got 2 baby boys to raise. You can hear one waking up and getting upset. Hairstylist 2014 asks, if one of your twins were a girl, what would her name be? What would you name the twins if they were both girls? Well, my girl's name would be Malia Angel Tanksley. Malia is a combination of my mother and my grandmother's middle name. My mother's middle name was May and my grandmother's middle name was Lee, but I thought I could combine their middle names. So Malia Angel, so she'd get a little piece of me, and then Tanksley, and she would have the same initials as her oldest brother, Marcus Anthony Tanksley. If both babies were girls, that was going to be a problem because I could not come up with a second baby name. So I don't know. I have no idea. I would have possibly maybe named her after my sister Melissa, maybe, even though we both aren't like, oh, that's just the jazziest name. But to stick with M's, I might have reached over there and grabbed a little bit of her name, maybe. I don't know. Last question. Tattoo Beauty asks, can you tell us about your overall experience and opinions on the Belfit girdle? The Belfit girdle, and hopefully we'll get a chance to insert a picture of me in it from Instagram, is a postpartum girdle that really helps to get your muscles to go back to where they're supposed to be after you have a baby. And I have thoroughly enjoyed them. I have not worn them as often as I should. When I first came out of the hospital, I was wearing that sucker every single day, and now I still put it on throughout the week, but not like all day, all the time. And I'll tell you the 2 reasons why. One, eventually towards the end of the day, it starts to hurt my crotch. I'm not sure why I get so tight, so I'm like constantly trying to pull it down. So that's the only like downside, and I've tried every single model. They have the corset in the front, the zipper on the side, and then just the pull on. I think all 3 are great. I feel like in the beginning of my postpartum recovery, it had a lot to do with getting my stomach back as close as it is to the way I want it to be. The only other slightly negative, and it's not negative towards the girdle, is wearing it right after you come out of the hospital. You might have a time getting gas to come out, because you can sometimes build up gas in your lower body and your stomach, and it can get painful. And having that girdle on, it makes it very hard to pass that gas. So I remember getting up in the middle of the night and having to pull the girdle off so that I could basically break wind. I know that's TMI, but that's real deal talk. But I would recommend the Belfit girdle to anybody. I think it's a smart choice, smart thing to get if you have a baby and are trying to get your post body to look anything like your pre-body. All right, that's all the time I have. I know this is probably a long Ask Angel. I can't wait to see how it edits all together. But again, I'll be doing this several times throughout the summer. So if you have a question for me, you can leave it in the comments below. Use the hashtag AskAngel so I can find the question on YouTube, or you can use it in Twitter. Just make sure you tweet me. I'm at Angel the Actress, and again, use the hashtag AskAngel. Also, you can leave it on Instagram, hashtag @Angel, and my Instagram handle is @AngelTheActress. Oh, and you can use it over at Facebook. www.facebook.com/ThatChickAngelTV. All right, let me get off of here so I can start my day. You guys have a blessed day. Bye. So you can see how he looks like mommy.